Welcome aboard. Nice to have you with us in our very own Dungeon of Dribble for another episode of Take the Two. Just four out of shape armchair critics who have absolutely no idea what we are talking about. How are we going, boys?
Excellent.
Going
Good
good, boys.
evening.
Not very confident there, French.
Nah, tired as.
Well, we'll get you to build up a bit of confidence by going through the socials if you can.
Oh, do I have to? I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. Yeah. Billy Surfer's on top, so he's had a good round. Paddy Whack, Fat Harry, Evelyn, and into the top five now is Nans. So that's pretty good effort from whoever he is. I don't hear much about him. I've got a bad rap on him from Frosty. So what do you
Nance
know?
is
What do you
strong,
know
mate.
about him?
Yeah.
Oh,
He knows his footy.
Is that your drug
okay.
dealer?
Mm.
No,
No, the one on
No.
top's my drug dealer,
Surfer.
Billy Server. Yeah.
Yeah, and so our weekly tipper was Michael Sargent, and he got 1 from 8. So he
Wow.
obviously, and he actually sent me a comment that he's a big Frosty fan and he takes all his tips. So that's probably why he
Yeah.
got 1 from 8.
Yeah. Either that or he's an AFL supporter.
Well, we're not sure what that kid is,
Mm,
to be honest.
Is that
mm.
your new
Yeah.
alias, Frosty Michael Sargent, is it?
No. No.
Oh,
I'd use a
1 from
different one.
8.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just a standard name that Frosty uses. So yeah, if you see Michael Sargent online, you know
No.
who it is.
No. I'd use Big Ben instead. If you get that joke. No, obviously not. Yeah.
Boys, just on the tipping, all I wanted to do was hopefully just beat you, Peanuts home.
You are.
I've,
Not
I've,
hard.
strung, I've strung a couple of weeks, good weeks together. And at the start, Toby's tips, he was flying. I thought, stop the fight, but I've drawn equal with him.
Wow.
But am I going good or he's just fucking shit?
Yeah,
Bit of both.
filling the
So
hole.
the next
Can you
next
update
target,
us?
next target of mine, I'm going. Next one on the radar is Marco McGowan. I'm after you. They'll factor.
Yeah.
So
Well, we know he is, yes.
yeah, so we'll try and get him, and then
Our Pommy.
I'll just keep chipping yous down one at a time. So
Yeah. You
We
won't
need
get
to
my
update. We need to update us next week.
Oh, we'll work on that. Let's get a good
Yeah.
round first, and then we'll say how good we are.
Yeah.
So if you do want to be the weekly tipper, just put it in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the page, and get those comments going. So we can all look at your tips and have a bit of a laugh. So reach out to us. That'll be great, and you can be the weekly tipper. And if we get a bit of traction, we'll give out a prize, give you a hat or a stubby cool or something. Keep us going. So yeah, put it in the comments. I'll pick out a dude or a lady or a trans person.
Nice.
everyone's the winner.
Can we move on?
Or other.
All right, so boys, we'll go. The Keyboard Warriors. This is a bit disappointing this week, right? We've kept trying to drill it and left the phone number up there in the middle of the screen for everyone to have a bit of a dig. So I'm going to have a bit of a crack here. Brentos went too hard too early, gone very quiet. Casey was the same. The polar bear, he's really disappointing. The doggies are flying and he's just gone really quiet. So I don't know what's happened there. Blakey boy couldn't win a World Cup and now he's gone missing.
Sure.
Really disappointing. I was going to say Sarge, he's been quiet, but his tipping's been shit house too.
Yeah.
And the other thing on it, what happened to Uncle Bob?
Yes.
I don't know. I think his phone's broken. I think he doesn't top up his bill, so he's got no data.
No.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I thought he might have got his match payment from doing the podcast and he's done a runner.
Yeah, I think he's still
He probably
running
spent it.
He's running from the tax man.
he's still recovering. I think he drank too much that day, so he'll be back.
And then the other
Blakey,
one.
he actually won the World Cup. He lost the Tasman
Oh,
series.
same thing. He's come home with nothing. Everyone else won and he didn't. So
Yeah, but Brentos and Casey, Blakey, get into us.
and the other one I want to mention is Leaping Liam. Probably the shittest bloke to win a competition. So he's got to start firing up and feeding us back with some decent comments, eh? Want a bit quiet, you reckon, French, or not?
Yeah, it's what can you do?
He's a shit bloke.
I think so. I think that's just the way the world works.
Bring him along. Bring him along Friday.
Bring him along. He can run at me.
I think he's got netball practice on.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't have a hair appointment. So, all right, we'll move along to our apologies. Here we go. Bossy, have you got anything to apologise for or
Yeah,
about?
I'm going to apologise to Ponga. He's actually been playing with rib cartilage. I sort of gave it to him last week, him and Fafita. He was pretty much back to his best last week. You got to give him credit for actually going out and playing with rib cartilage because it's a pretty painful injury. So, Caelan, I know you're watching. Sorry, brother.
Just on that, he was back to his best. They played against South, who was shit.
You look good, bud.
Coming up to Origin.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, wow. What an absolute.
We're all entitled to our opinion, remember?
Yeah, that's it. Opinions
Yeah.
free.
Mm.
What do you got, Frosty?
I want to apologise to myself
Again?
because I keep tipping these teams that, and the players just don't man up. It's so disappointing.
Some people might say you don't man up.
I probably don't.
Maybe you need to go get the old what is it? The tarot card. Is tarot cards? At
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You've got to pick the time. Pick your time.
least they get 2 out of 8.
Yes.
Yeah, if you had it stuck strong for one more week, you win.
Okay.
Penrith.
A bit of advice from
Yeah.
the part-time casual.
It just shits you about, doesn't it? You're going
It does.
3 weeks in a row and then bang. That's
Took the
punting.
Cowboys this week because they played well the week before, and what happens?
Yeah,
Shit house.
it's hard, isn't it?
Ah.
What do you got, French?
Oh yeah, I got an apology. I got a little mate that I work with. His name's Derek. He's a special guy. He's a big fan of the show, but he's got a little bit of mental problems. And I left him to do a little task, on his own, and he butchered it. And I'm sorry that I wasn't holding your hand the whole day. I gave you a little task and he butchered it. So I'm sorry. I pretty much threw him under the bus, and yeah, I just want to let you know, Derek, you special little guy, that I'm still your buddy and I love you.
So what are you saying? Derek needs a little bit of spoon feeding.
He does.
Maybe he should get a gig on this panel.
That's
He's
nice,
a-
Frenchie.
He's a
That's
big
very
fan.
nice.
So he's
Hi,
a
Derek.
he's a window licker.
He is. He
Yeah.
actually is.
So he should have stayed at the shelter workshop.
He should have.
Hmm.
He should have done a lot of things in his life, but he's a big fan of the show, so we love our fans.
keep your head up, Derek.
Come on, Dezza.
And wipe your chin every now and then, mate. My apologies. I'd like to apologise this week to Kyle Flanagan for going easy on him last week. Did you see him against the Tigers last week? This bloke is absolute dog shit. Surely Lachlan Ilias is a better option at 6 than what Flanagan is.
Yes.
Oh, my
Doesn't he
God.
take the wrong options all the time?
Oh, just hopeless. And I
Can
thought,
you, yeah.
yeah,
What
go
do
on.
you What do you do? What do you do with him though?
I'd put
Nothing.
Gutho at 5'8", and I'd put the winger
Oh,
back at fullback.
Oh, well, asking fully though.
He's the coach's son.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. So end of story.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
doesn't make it right.
I didn't say it was either. But they're saying, what do you do with it? You can't. What
Well,
can you do?
I'd put Ilias. I think Ilias is a better player.
I
Yeah.
do too.
I'd put Ilias at 6 and the young kid, keep him at
He looked
7.
all right.
Well, he looked better than the dog shit number 6.
Mm.
I don't.
Telling you, Gutho, slow him back to fullback.
Oh, no, that's,
No.
I'm glad I'm not a Dragon supporter anyway.
Me either.
True
Hammer.
that.
Hope you're not
True.
listening.
All right, boys. This week's burning questions. Bossy?
Pass.
Oh, wow.
I should have studied.
Sorry, can you put that
Oh,
in question
wow.
for us?
And you wanted to go around last night. Jeez.
I forgot about that.
Oh, jeez. No, we didn't.
Or maybe I think of one while you're talking.
Hopefully.
Off the cuff, because Frenchie's thinking of one now.
The
All right,
peanuts
Fox,
are
what do you
supposed
got?
to write these things down. Jesus. Mine's
No.
Laurie Daly. Does he stick with last year's team, or does he make changes due to form? I think you've got to go on form, but that's just an opinion.
Yeah, I think you asked last week who's the fullback, and I said Edwards, but now I think Teddy.
No.
Yeah, I'm back on Teddy train.
Oh, no.
Don't you
Now,
have to? You have to.
why
He's
do
in
you?
my team, but yeah, that's
Mate, he is
Saturday.
on another level.
He
Like,
doesn't stop.
you have to.
Mm.
Who'd they play against on the weekend?
It doesn't
Who did
matter.
they play against?
They played the
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 Dolphins.
Dolphins.
The
Yes.
Roosters have won 4 games. The Panthers have won 3. He's not that much better than what Dylan Edwards is.
He is.
No way. Teddy.
So you got Toto and Lomax still to come too. I think Lomax is playing next week, I reckon. So I think it's going to be hard for him to stick to the players that he had, or Madge had last year. So
New South Wales don't need James Tedesco running circles on the 4th and 5th tackle.
yeah,
No.
that's a good fair point, I
He's,
suppose.
he's
But
my fullback, but yep.
They can put Luai in to do that. That's
Yeah.
it.
Can I
Jump
counteract
around,
that
do a
question,
dance.
Frosty, with another question? Who's the first coach sacked this year, O'Brien or Laurie Daly?
Won't be Laurie Daly.
Of course it will.
No.
100%. He's gone.
Newcastle were like that this week. Probably going to be back like that next week. So
I swear they just signed him for another 4 years.
Did
Probably
they not
did.
sign him or we signed him?
Yeah. I got a question.
Oh, here we go.
we haven't finished with mine yet. We haven't heard from the El Presidente.
Can I go
Is he
first?
sticking or what?
Nah,
Because
Okay.
if you guys say this, I'm buggered.
Oh no.
here we go. He's going to...
Say it. Say it.
What
say it.
does the Gold Coast Titans do with David Fafita?
Get rid of him.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, try and offload him if you can.
Do you think that's on the cards? Is that what they're trying to do? Because he's got some
I've got
That's
a
the word
scoop.
on the street.
I've got a scoop.
some ankle problem right now.
It's a done deal. He's already
Ah.
gone. He's already gone before June 30.
Where?
Roosters.
No, not anymore.
They had their chance.
Well, I'll give you one clue. His manager isn't Isaac Moses.
Awesome.
So you work it out. Have you got one, Frenchie, or not?
Yeah, I got a question. Of course I got a question. I'm very prepared.
Right.
How shit is Trent Liera? He had an absolute fucking stinker. Did you see the end of that game?
Yeah.
He elbowed the guy in the face. He missed that tackle. He didn't shut the gate. He just it was a bit rough on him, but just picking on him. And then he gave away that penalty, and they were going to win the game. And he just did something. He had a Josh Kerr moment. That's what he had, and it's just not on. Don't do that when the game's on the line.
I don't think I've ever seen a game where there's been 3 penalties with the team that had the ball in possession.
Yeah.
Craig Bellamy, imagine. Did you see the footage of him with those 2 guys just in the room themselves?
Nah, but
Lost
He wasn't patting him on the back.
I lost it.
Stefano's not too much further behind Trent there, so
Yeah.
not happy. Not a question. Yeah, well, the question is how shit is he? Well, what a stinker! That was just a stinker.
I think he's okay, but I think he just made a couple shit decisions.
Well, can you do it when I don't have a bet on you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, how many people would have loaded up that last leg?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how good was the refereeing until the last 5 minutes of that game where Jared Sutton says, "Hey, how about you put the camera on me for once?"
Remember that penalty where he gave a penalty where they flopped on him near the sideline, but then he realised he made a mistake and he pulled it back for a high tackle or something, wasn't it? Or a late hit?
Yeah, he changed. Yeah,
He changed his decision because he knew he buggered up.
Yeah, because they
Like-
both didn't even go out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how does that happen?
Oh, mate, it's all about him. The screen's got to be on him. It's all about
Yeah.
airtime, right?
Hmm.
So,
Move on.
okay, so my burning question this week is a little bit different. What I want to know is why do players continuously write stuff on the tape around their wrists?
Hmm.
Is it just for the cameras? Like, do you,
So they don't forget.
what are they going to forget?
Their show
It
pony.
might
About,
be a play.
about Jesus
Mother's Day.
or the kid's name or
Mm.
run hard or tackle or what are they forgetting?
It could be Jesus. Could be a play.
And
Okay, let's run Jesus. So he's looked at it, and it's got 3 times 2 times 6.
oh, okay. So why do they kiss it then?
Mm.
Yeah, true.
So why not put the tape around their head? Yes.
I
That
think
is
we
true.
should probably tape our wrists and write stuff on it so we can be better at this show.
You reckon?
It might
No,
help.
us peanuts write our stuff down.
Oh.
I wouldn't have enough room with a tape.
If we can get a couple multis up, we could afford the tape and a permanent marker to write the stuff down.
I don't know why they do it.
No.
I've got no
Shit
idea.
me.
It's like someone started it many years ago and then everyone just follows suit,
Mm.
right? Because they think it
No.
looks good.
Yeah, the old copy and paste. Why not?
Should start advertising on there when they score a try.
Take the two.
Exactly.
That's what Jamal
There you go.
Fogarty has got on it. And Ruben Garrick.
Every week.
Mhm.
Maybe our old mate Liam could let us know why they write on the old wrist.
Mm.
We'll see. Got to be able to read though.
Mm.
All right, boys. Moving on to the weekend recap. Frosty, ready
Yep.
to fire away?
Yeah, nothing about the weather, nothing about the crowd. So
Did it
Sharks
rain?
Para, probably. Sharks Para 28-18 halftime, 12-6. Not a bad game for two teams that I hate. And at the 60th minute, the Sharks were leading 22-6. So I thought they'd run away with it. They didn't. I thought the game was done, yes. But like most weeks with the Sharkies, they let the other team back in. Our good mate, Mr. Hines, he took the 2 in the 80th minute. Mm,
On you, Nico.
Wow.
mm. Still needs a haircut.
What else?
Next.
What about our tips? Did you do who
Oh,
got it
yes, sorry. Yep, they're there.
Do
Yep,
that? Yes.
I've got them here. Yep. So I've got a question.
Yes.
KL Iro, please. Why?
He's changed his name
Yeah.
to
Why?
initials instead of Kayal. I have no idea.
What a wanker. Anyway, we all took the Sharks
Did
on
it
that
wrong?
one, so yes.
I think it's for his dad's name.
Who cares?
Oh wow, his dad.
Okay.
Him?
You asked the question, you give me the
Yeah.
answer, and you said, "Who cares?"
Sorry, Frenchie, rookie.
Yeah. I'm going to change my name next week.
Okay. To KL.
Yeah.
I think my problem is it's isn't that Superman's father's name KL? Yeah. I think that's the problem.
I don't know. You run your own with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kryptonite.
Yes. Roosters Dolphins 36-26 half time. It was 14-8. Great game with defence in the first half and no defence at all in the second half.
I opened up.
A bit of a scare for the Chooks, I thought, with Sandon Smith going down and out in the 6th minute with the old HIA. So I think that had the Chookie supporters really worried, but they got the job done. Jermaine Nasaka, he took the 2 in the 39th minute.
On you, Jermaine.
Nice one.
That'll do. Yep, righto. South and Newcastle. This was probably the worst game of the round. South 4 and Newcastle 30.
It was raining, Frosty.
Okay, I didn't have the umbrella up. At half time, it was 18-0 to the Knights. Who picked that one? No one.
Not me.
They were going for 6 on the trot with losses, so There you go. It surprised me. The Rabbitohs, obviously, they had a lot of injuries, so that certainly didn't help their causes. Actually, I should go back. Sorry. Roosters Dolphins. Frenchie took the Dolphins, and we all took the Roosters. So there you go.
Oh, Frenchie.
Thanks for pointing me out there.
So back forward again. Fletcher Sharp, 21st birthday, and he scored the hat trick. Apparently, Matty Johns was saying it paid $250. So
Yeah, he tipped it on his show.
yeah, he didn't tip it. Fletch did though.
Oh, and Fletch, yeah.
Yes. So nice. We all took the Roosters, so belly up.
Roosters.
It happens, yes.
Who'd the Roosters play?
Dolphins.
And you're talking about the Knights?
No, I said I went back and then I've gone forward. So yes. Yeah. I just went forward. I said Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah, so who did we pick?
We all picked the Roosters. Oh, sorry, rabbits. I've got R. So sorry, yeah, rabbits. Yes. Yes.
Check your wrist.
Yes. I can't write it on my wrist. There's not enough room. Yes. Sorry, I've got R, so it's rabbits, not roosters. I should have put Souths. I'll do that next week, so I won't get caught out.
That's if you make the squad.
Well, yeah. Could be missing in action, yes. Could be locked up. What do we got? The Wars and the Cowboys, 30-26, halftime, 28-12. The Cowboys threw everything at the Wars in the second half, but they couldn't ice the win. Luke Metcalf, he took the 2 in the 43rd minute.
Yeah, Lukey.
And we all took the Cowboys. Luke Metcalf also scored 16 points.
Flying under the radar, aren't they?
They're in 4th, aren't they?
The Cowboys weren't allowed to win that game.
Mm.
My opinion.
Probably not. And you're entitled to it.
That's right.
Tigers Dragons, 34-28, 26-10 at half time. They should have kicked on, the old Tigers. Cracking game with little defence. The Tigers missed 42 missed tackles to 16. So how the hell they got it, I don't know. Here's a stat for you, boss. Certainly gave the Dragons a sniff, but it didn't work. Dewey took the 2 in the 61st minute. And where are we? He also got 16 points for the game. Vossi, you took the Dragons, and the rest of us took the Tigers.
That was the bet of the week. Easy money.
Yeah, I thought so too, but what do I know? Please.
Tigers scramble well, don't they?
Was that the only one you got right all week?
Me? No, I think I got a couple more than that. Not many.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. The Alias only got one, but my other one got a couple more.
Yeah, right.
Titans Doggies, 18-38 halftime, 8-14. Doggies get back on the bus and they put the old Titans to the misery again. Not good at all. Where are we? Carraz, he got a hat trick, and in the tipping, the rookie took the Titans, and the rest of us took the Dogs. So there you go.
Rookie on fire.
He was. He loves those North Queensland sides. I don't know why, but he'll learn one day.
Wait for Origin.
Possibly. Panthers Broncos was the next game, 32-8, 20-8 at half time. The Panthers obviously ambushed the Broncos, and they're back on track to defend the title. The Broncos threw everything at the Panthers in the first 20, I thought, but they couldn't get over the line. Cleary, Nathan, he took the 2 in the 24th minute, and Adam Reynolds took it in the 31st minute. Looking at our tips, where are we? Panthers for the rookie, Broncos for Vossi. Fully, you took the Panthers and I took the Broncos, so there you go.
I told you, they played on a heavy 10 the week before and they died in the arse.
Actually, I quickly need to go back because there was something I did notice. Back to the Para
Now he's been a
Sharkies
referee.
game.
He's going back 5 places.
I am. No, I just wanted to mention how close you were from last week because you mentioned that Nico would get the 6 points with the Dally M, and he actually got 5.
Wow.
So you
So he
do
was
know what
wrong.
you're talking about. That's why I went back. Sorry, I just saw it in my notes. So I'm trying to keep up with Vossi. Well, I had to fill in for Vossi with all these stats while he wasn't around. So I definitely need to fucking see the manager. The manager to get this pay rise. All the fucking hard work I'm doing. Jesus.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we got
last game.
the EBA negotiations are coming up, so
Oh,
start
you
putting
won't.
money aside so we can stand out in the grass on the picket line.
You won't see me. Anyway,
What are you, a
last one.
scab?
No, I said you won't see me afterwards. I'll be still there. I'll be negotiating. Storm Raiders 18-20. Obviously was into Golden Point, 14-12 at half time in a spiteful game with our mate Leroux. He's got to give it away. He's shocking. What a dog.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah. No one let me. The Raiders overcome the Storm, and Paps took the 2 twice in the 10th and the 24th minute, and Jamal Fogarty in obviously the 84th to win the game. So, yeah, it was a bit of a bludger of a game to watch. How did we go?
They actually hit that field goal, didn't they? The Storm?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
And
he
they
did,
brought it
didn't he?
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yep. Yeah.
That makes it even worse too.
And in the tips, we all took the Storm. So, sorry, Ricky.
Mm.
That's good that Frenchie took the Storm.
Can't wait for this week's tips.
There's your review.
Moving on, so we'll go.
Nice, Frosty.
Who's
Thanks.
trying to be coming on board this week? Vossi, you pass.
What was that?
Whose trainer are we jumping on board?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Wow.
I'll think of one while we're doing the laps. Frosty, take the mic again. What do you got?
I got to jump on our Presidente Abdo for pulling up the bunker, I should say the bunker, for
Yeah, that's a good
allowing the
call.
referees to play the game more.
I
And
agree.
have-
Times two.
So, yeah,
That's a good call, Frosty.
it was good.
It was very good.
Obviously, Jared Sutton didn't get the memo.
Yeah, that's it. It was I'm same again. I was going to say the refs and NRL. Just the magic round was pretty good, and everyone gets around it, and it's just a good thing to have. So I actually have to praise the NRL and the refs, except a few little things I saw. But yeah, all in all, I think it was a successful week. Not for my tips, but for the other people.
Yeah, how much more enjoyable is it watching it when they just they don't
Play
get
footy.
nitpicking about,
Yep.
And how many times, like, did you guys on the weekend say last week that was 10 in the bin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't
They
have a
said
problem
on
with
the-
it not going in there, right? Because they just play on.
They said on 360 last night that there was the week before 72 penalties for high tackles, and this week there was 35.
Yeah.
And it was so much better to watch.
Oh, it was.
Loved it.
Yeah. Yep.
It was
More concussions. Love it.
Yeah, but do you know, you could see players that they got hit and they actually wanted to stay down, but they thought about it and they just quickly got up. Like, the onus is on them too. Like, I know, like, even that Hudson Young, I reckon if that was the first minute of the game, he would have got up. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to do it to win a game, obviously, but give credit to the players too. They actually played proper,
Except for Tino.
Played tough.
played tough. Yeah, Tino didn't.
All right, boys. For me this week, I'm jumping on Sean Johnson's train. Did you see him on the panel?
Please.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
I think it was good. Plenty of energy, the way he analysed stuff, and he had a bit of a laugh and a joke. Better than listening to the same old people saying the same shit all the time, different angle.
I like him.
Thought it was good.
Yeah, but we were at the end when they're out in the field and you're trying to get all the wires supporters up, and it was like,
Cringy.
I didn't like it. But anyway,
Did
He's
you see him
alright.
the week before when they won that footy game in the stands?
Yeah.
Fuck, he loves it.
Yeah, he's a personality though. You need that instead of these
Yeah, I agree.
dicks
I agree.
on the panel. Like, please.
He's got a good footy brain.
He's no Sonny Bill.
or Paul Gallen.
Oh.
All right, so moving on to who's in the sin bin. We'll go straight to Frosty because Fossey's going to pass.
mine's I think the Rabbits with all the injuries they've got. Like they're going to apparently play the top 6 in the next 8 weeks, so not good.
You
They've
can't
got a couple coming
put
back
any
this
more of
week.
them in the bin.
They got a couple coming back,
Yeah.
apparently, Latrell and maybe Humphreys, but geez, it's not getting any easier for them.
They've
Mm.
they've changed their whole forward pack this week.
Poor Uncle
I have
Wayne's
got
run
one.
out of magic dust, I think.
If you don't have
Righto.
the cattle, you can't win.
Mm,
Believe me, I know.
mm. Parramatta.
I'm looking at the cattle now.
I got Jaden Sewer
Nice.
for that bomb try. And to make things worse, Buller ran for the field
Yeah.
to score a try.
I'm sure it's not the first time he's done it.
Oh, that was crazy.
It's unfortunate, isn't it? It's just
I was blown up because I thought, they're just letting me score a real soft try here. And I thought, and when I seen Buller pick it up and start running, I was surely not. Like, they're going to call this back.
yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Sewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12
There's your
points
Queensland
down.
jersey.
Hey, will too. In my sin bin, can you guess?
No.
Nah.
Yourself?
Jake
Trent
Clifford.
Piero.
I wanted to put Trent in there too, but Jake Clifford, I'm not sure if you saw that intercept pass he threw. Just a lovely try assist to Pompey.
Yeah.
Just
Hit
the
him
wrong
straight on
play.
the chest.
It was so good. I've done that before. he just thought it was just before half time and just get down the short side and try and get points on the board. It felt like they were playing catch up, but they didn't really need to. And he just threw a great pass to Pompey and he was never going to get chased down. And I just broke my heart. So
It changed a heartbreak of that.
And
it was
they had the the chance to come back, and that 6 points was just too much for them. So they missed that. And Jake Clifford, sometimes good, sometimes very shit.
Sometimes shit.
Yeah. But that's him all over though, isn't it?
Absolutely. Go back to Newcastle.
My sin bin this week. All the players that stand there and watch the shot clock for several seconds before they take the drop out. What is that all about?
To rest.
To rest what?
Oh, 10 seconds rest.
And then they kick it out on the full and they get another 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But they don't kick it far enough.
That's it. If you just boot it backwards and it takes another 10 seconds to get the ball, you're just wasting time. I hate it. I hate the shot clock and I hate that you don't get a penalty for it. But yeah, I agree.
I hate the short dropout.
Yep.
Getting a repeat set means nothing anymore, and I hate that because it's a skill. It should have to go more than 30 metres.
Another rule. That's all. Yeah. Another rule change. All right, so we'll move on to what have we got this week's teams? Well, we're flying through here. This could be interesting.
Pass.
Don't. No, you got to do some sort of work here. So we got first up on the, what are we back to Thursday night? Perfect.
Yep. Yes.
Bank Stadium, the Eels, $1.83 versus the Dolphins at $2.01.
This is definitely the game of the round. Dory to the bench.
Game of the day.
Who's been playing well. He's been playing well. He's out. And for the Dolphins, Kafusi and Donahue return. Nichols to the bench. And Marshall King's out again with that cut. That's a big loss because it gives them a bit of direction and a bit of X factor out of dummy half. So I am going to take the Eels. They're actually playing pretty decent footy. Don't fucking roll your eyes fully.
Well,
I've seen that.
I'm trying to work out who I'm going to pick, and you're not helping it by.
I do. I can see. I like the kind of footy Para's playing,
Yeah, what's that?
and well, they're starting to play. They've got a bit of consistency about them now. I know they're not winning.
What, they're losing consistency?
Yeah,
Consistent.
but I can see something. Whereas with the Dolphins, you don't know what you're going to get. They could come out and blow Para away. Don't get me wrong, but at home, Eels on the back of Mitch.
Well, I can see the Dolphins winning. So there you go.
You can, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Good.
I think they'll score more points than Para. They got no defense, but certainly got attack. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Para. I think the home team would win this. If you played it up there, you'd probably go Dolphins, but in Sydney, I'd go Para. Just a few more points, I guess. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's
it's not the game of the round.
Mitch Moses probably wants to play well because of Origin, so let's go Para.
Well, you know how much I hate Parramatta, but I still think the Dolphins will get the spoon. So
Wow.
I'm going to pick the Eels reluctantly.
Shit.
Yeah, but if the Dolphins win, I won't be too disappointed. So it's potentially a win-win for me, right?
True.
Friday night, McDonald Jones Stadium, the first game. The Knights at $1.48 versus the Titans at $2.66.
For the Knights, there's no changes to the side that beat the Rabbits. Sorry, for the Knights, yeah, and for the Titans, Joe Fafita returns. Campbell also returns to halfback, who's not a bad in. That Weaver is out with concussion, and P Hart is out with an ankle problem, so they say. But I didn't know your heart was in your ankle, but apparently it is. I'm just going to go the Knights at home.
Yeah, I'm on the Knights after last week. I think they'll bounce back.
They've actually got the second best defence in the comp, which is surprising.
Who are the
Just
Knights?
can't score points.
Bizarre.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's probably.
I didn't either.
I just made it up.
You had me.
They're up there. If you can have a look, Frosty, have a look.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. Yeah.
You thought he was looking now. And who are you taking, French?
Newcastle. Technical errors. Newcastle. Move on. What do you got?
Right. Mate. Were the Knights that good last week, or the Rabbitohs shit? And the Titans are good for 20 minutes. I don't want to take the Knights because I want to see O'Brien get sacked. We've got something to talk about.
Yeah.
But as I said, I'm gunning for Marco, so I might take the Knights. It's a safety bet, eh?
Yeah.
And then the last game on the Friday night, probably won't see much of it. 8 o'clock at Acor, we got the Bunnies at $3.72 versus the Broncos at $1.28.
There's a few changes for the Rabbits. Latrell Mitchell's obviously back. Jai Gray goes to 14, but I reckon he'd be in doubt. Did you see him at the end of the game last week? Had a really bad cork, so I think he'd be in doubt. Humphries returns at half. Myers to the wing. Tass to the centre. Ewan Aiken to the second row. Arrow to the front row, as well as Kulamatangi is in the front row. Mazzalulos is out. Hovali replaces him. And they're saying Schuster could be a chance to come on. There you go, Frosty.
I hope so.
Under the bench.
All the South supporters can see how fucking junky he is.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. For the Broncos, one change. Baker in for Hunt on the interchange bench. I'm going Broncos to hit back. You can't go South.
Yeah.
But you know what? They could jag a win there, South. But.
Yeah. What do I know? I'm shit. I've gone bad all year, so I've gone Bronx, but yeah.
Cards out.
Yes.
Yeah, can't go. I can't tip South. I tipped him to come last, so got to stay true. Go the Broncos.
Yeah, I'll go the Broncos too. Stuff South. But look for Schuster to have a good game.
Oh, I hope so.
All right, so it's on Saturday, the first game, 3:00 GIA Stadium, the game of the round. Apparently, the high
Yeah, this is the game of the round.
doggies. The Raiders $1.71, and the doggies at $2.14.
Jeez. For the Raiders, no changes. And for the Dogs, Burton returns and Hayward to the bench. This is no Preston. He's a big loss. I'm going to just go to Raiders at home. Just
Wow.
if they start strong, they can't be giving the Bulldogs a start. But just at home, the Viking clap, the horn, the cold,
Politicians.
green machine,
Porn.
pornos,
It's-
firecrackers.
It's 3:00, isn't it? So
The marijuana.
it shouldn't be too cold. So I was down there last weekend and it wasn't that bad. So yep. No, I'm doggies for me. I'll stay with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna back you there, Frosty. I think you're a good tipper. I'm gonna have the Dogs.
No, I'm not.
I just think they're better on paper, and I think they're playing better. I don't know. It's hard to say because Raiders aren't going bad, but I just think the Dogs are with Burton there a bit better.
Yeah, I think it's a tough game. I think the Raiders had a tough game last week, obviously against the Storm on a heavy track. And I think, well, the Dogs would have played on a heavy track too, missing a couple, but I think their game last week was a little bit easier than what the Raiders were. So I might take the Dogs on that, whether that works or not. On the second game on the Saturday, 5:30, Win Stadium, the Dragons at $2.14 versus the Wars at $1.71.
For the Dragons, Gula's out with a shoulder injury, and Pasa Fafalki Tonga replaces him on his debut. Sorry for the pronunciation if it's wrong.
Played
And
last
for the
week.
Warriors, Wozniak returns, and Capewell to the centres, and Kossi is out. I'm going to go Dragons at home. I think the Wars are going to be stopped.
Well, I'm going Dragons. I think because of the travel. I think so. To fly to Brisbane last week, did they go back home? Didn't read.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't know. You wouldn't think so, would you? You think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're over here again next week, is that right? Is it 3 weeks in a row?
Is it? Yeah, I'm not sure.
So
Yeah.
I don't think they're going home.
Oh, they didn't. Yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
I didn't read, but yeah, I've
Probably on
gone
the Central
Dragons
Coast.
anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Dragons. Capewell in the centres. He'll get found out. He's not a centre. He's just too slow.
Too slow.
And Dragons at home, sure, why not? Hate the Wars. Hate them.
I hate both of these teams. But I suppose I'll pick the Dragons. I don't know if that's worth anything. The final game on the Saturday night. Good luck seeing this one at Queensland Country Bank. We've got the Cowboys at $2.40 versus the Panthers at $1.58.
For the Cowboys, Cotter's out for 2 weeks, suspended. McIntyre will start at lock. And for the Panthers, To'o returns, as does Kenny and Jenkins to the interchange. This is a hard one, isn't it? You got to stick with the Panthers. They have to win because Origin's coming up. If they don't bank some wins, they won't make the 8.
I've gone Panthers, but no confidence. I mean, Cowboys are lucky to bounce back probably this week. So they shipped me last week because I took them. So
yeah, yeah. I'm still on the Cowboys train. So even Jake Clifford's playing. I'm not happy about that, but he's their best option. And yeah, I might be able to squeeze out a win.
I'll take the Panthers in a close game. Golden Point. How's that sound?
Probably not.
Probably not even close. Then on the Sunday, down at Amy Park at 2:00, we've got the Storm at $1.17 versus the Tigers at $5.10.
No changes to both sides. I'm going to go the Storm. quite easily after last week's game. Sorry, fully, but the Tigers might get trounced here, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm going Storm. I don't think they'll get trounced, the Tigers, but I think there would have been some ass kicking from Bellamy.
Definitely.
Yeah, no changes, but yeah, probably could have yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Storm. I don't know where I'm going with this. Storm.
Maybe the first time in a while you haven't picked the Tigers, French.
Oh, I'm out of the closet now.
It's only a matter of time, eh?
Me either. I think I've picked them probably the last 4 weeks. So
You have, yeah.
So
I'm impressed.
for me, the Storm don't lose 2 in a row. Every time they do lose, they generally score 38 points average the next week. So unfortunately, it'll be the Storm 13 plus,
Ooh,
potentially each half.
ooh.
And then the last game on the Sunday at Brookvale or Four Pines or whatever else you want to call it.
The 10th wonder of the world.
10th. Wow. I thought that was Campbelltown.
Remember the feathers.
Yes. Manly Sea Eagles $1.64 versus the Sharks at $2.27.
Saab and Jake Turbo return, and for the Sharks, Anderson replaces Talakai on the bench. I reckon Eagles are specials here. Canada aren't playing well enough. Tommy's fitter. Too many points with the Eagles.
I hope so too. I don't say specials, but I think with the bye last week,
Mhm.
freshens them up. Wasn't a heavy track. El Presidente?
Yeah, they rested up, didn't they?
Hope so.
Yeah. I looked at this and I wrote down the Sharks, but with you guys confidently tipping Manly, I might have to swing.
Nice.
Don't swing.
Nothing wrong with swinging.
Swinging out of the closet, eh?
Yeah, I thought the Sharks, so maybe I'm, nah, give me the Sharks. If you guys are confident, then I'll take the Sharks. But these guys played not too long ago. I think it was 3 weeks ago in Perth.
Yeah, that's how bad the draw is. It's
I think-
fucking a joke. Yeah.
I think that's
Who
why I
won
went the
that?
Sharks, because I watched the game. The Sharks won 24-18.
Okay.
In
Um,
WA,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was too.
double header.
yeah. Sharks. Nico's back.
Mm.
Well, for me, I think they'll be rocking Eagle style at Brookie. So I'll take Manly. And I don't think Nico's consistent enough to be back. And then the Roosters, they are lucky enough to have the bye this week. So, okay, so Vossi, you got a bit of super coach or no? You're passing again.
No, I do actually.
Oh, can you
really?
pass?
Something that's not really important. He's done a bit of research on.
Child's game.
I reckon you got to buy Katoa from Melbourne Storm. He's cheap at the moment in the second row. He's a must. He's about 650,000 to get him now. And Stewart from the Dragons. He looked all right. He played well last week. Started at lock. He's going to make you some money. And you got to sell Preston. Obviously, you got 4 weeks, so there's no use keeping someone for 4 weeks. So you could swap him to Katoa and sell Purdue from the Cows, I reckon, because he's not a keeper. He's made his money, and upgrade him to someone like Carraz or Herbie or Lucas. From the
Great stuff there.
There we go, guys.
Right all that down, Frosty.
No, Garrick.
Well, there you go.
All right, so how about we move on to our take the two multi? Did we get any legs up last week? Vossi, how'd you go?
We got some legs up.
Yeah, I got it up.
Frosty?
Nah.
Sorry, that was a stupid question.
Yeah. Haven't got it up after 9 weeks.
Frenchy.
That makes me feel better.
Might
There's a bit of blue pill for that.
might need some help.
How'd you
Well,
go,
that-
French?
Yeah, it makes me feel better that you went down because I did too. It was close, but I didn't get the chocolates.
Nothing wrong with going down either.
Jeez.
Wow. Sorry, Mum. And I picked the Tigers, so that was easy money for me. All right, so moving on to this week. What do we got, Vossi? Who'd you pick?
For what?
The multi.
The multi.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
no.
Oh, my
Eagles.
God.
You said the Knights, didn't you?
That was in.
Oh, jeez. It's okay.
No, I'm going for value. I'm going the Eagles.
I think they're favourite, but yes.
$1.60's all right.
Frosty,
Broncos for me?
13 plus.
No. I've given the 13 plus away.
Yeah, I'm liking Para $1.80 just to win at home.
Get us off to a good start, Frenchie.
Thursday night. Tune in 8:00. Look out for the crowd. Not going to be there. Just look out for it, me.
Just quietly, how good's Riley Smith going?
Who's that?
Mm.
He looks good.
Be on Supercoach.
Yeah, and for that, yeah, there's another cheapie for you.
I don't normally watch Para, so.
I know Nash watches this.
For me, I'm
This-
going for a bit of value. I'm going the Storm at $1.17. Did we get a tally on that, or we didn't work it out?
Yeah, $6.90.
Ah, that'll do.
Mm.
Is that for 3 legs?
Yep.
All right, boys. Now we'll take the 2 joke of the week, eh?
Oh,
You can go last.
me?
Yeah, you got to go last now, so it's all up to
I
you.
think Frosty's got the jokes. I reckon he needs to go last now.
No, he opens the batting in the joke.
Alright.
He gets us on the front foot. Yeah.
Nice. Why does the barber always win the race? Because he knows the shortcut. 5-year-olds.
That's all right.
Love
Jeez.
it.
At least I can beat that.
Hopefully.
I hope.
Jesus, you talked it up.
Where would you find a one-legged dog? Wherever the bloody hell you left it. Gotta laugh.
Mine's a little bit below the belt, so there's a little bit of warning, okay? So, sorry, Mum.
Mrs. Fry.
My wife gave me a hand job the other day using Vaso. I came 3 times trying to wash the shit off. Sorry for those who may have been offended. But...
That's good. I like it.
You're not
Good
taking
jokes,
Vaso to the club, are you?
All right. My wife and I, we went to the movies on Sunday. I went and bought the tickets and I forgot my wallet, so I had to give him the cash. I said, "Can you hold on to this for me?" She goes, "I don't have my purse. I'm going to have to put it in my undies." I said, "Oh, that's all right. Fair enough." So we went to the movies, watched the movie. We're walking out and I said, "Oh, can I have that cash back so I can get a Coke?" She went to get it and she goes, "It's missing." And I said, "Well, where is it?" And I said, "Was it that guy that was sitting next to you?" And she goes, "Yeah, but I didn't know he was a thief."
How would you feel?
That's it.
That's all right.
Practice round.
There's a bit of platform. Made a bit of criticism. Yeah. Do you want to do the socials, Frank? You didn't even do the socials, did you?
Nah.
Did you
was
come
nothing there.
Nah, I don't want to do the socials. I'm sick of it.
take the 2.com?
Everyone
We want
knows.
people to comment in the comments. It's not that hard. Comment in the comments on YouTube. Facebook, send us a text message. That number on the screen. Still on screen? Send us a message. Do something.
There was a comment on the YouTube site.
What's that?
There was a comment.
Yeah, and I didn't read it.
Do you remember what it
Oh.
was?
Hey?
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was from Craig Marsh.
Was it? What did he have to say?
What did he say?
Oh, he just said that it was such a better episode with him back and with Vossi back. I have to find out who he is first.
Things are going pretty bad when you got a comment about yourself.
And he didn't like the 5-year-old jokes either.
No, he didn't like it. I don't know who he is, but Yeah, he needs to own up.
Yeah, we do need people to comment in the comments. That's what they're there for. Let your voices be heard. And also like the page, like the video, like whatever. Just like shit.
Just like it.
Just like it.
Put your hair down and use some Vaso.
That's right.
All right, so I'd just like to say Happy Mother's Day this Sunday to all the lovely ladies out there, and that we appreciate everything that you all do for us.
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
We hope you all get
Yes,
spoiled right
Happy Mother's
by
Day.
all of your loved ones. So
Well
good
done.
on you. And that's another week of Take the Two done and dusted. We hope you've enjoyed your brain numbing experience. Good luck with your tipping this weekend. Hopefully your teams get flogged. Hopefully we can get a multi up. And I probably should apologise to my local bolo in advance for some very
We're coming up.
uncharacteristic behaviours this weekend. So
Giddy up.
until next weekend, guys, directly straight from the dungeon.
See you, boys.
Take the two.
Bye bye.
Good night.